There's a fast exam. This is your subxiphoid view. You can see both the anterior and posterior portions of the pericardium. You can see that there's clearly no free fluid. This is the right upper quadrant, and you do have a good view at the beginning of the diaphragm, which is really important to look for fluid in the chest. You have the IVC and aorta in view, but you want to be able to see the spine, and so I think you are a little too anterior here. In addition, you don't see the kidney, and to get Morrison's pouch, it is the interface between the liver and the kidney. And you have this view here and this view, and you never see the kidney. So you can't make a clinical decision that this is negative because of the fact that you don't see the kidney. So the right upper quadrant is technically limited. There's a fast exam on a different patient of yours that was done within this week, and you have a good view of the kidney, the inferior pole, and the liver tip, and you have the entire view of Morrison's pouch. And we need to see that to make sure that we can make the clinical decision that it's negative or positive. This is the left upper quadrant, and I don't really get a good view of the spleen or the kidney, so we can't make a clinical decision here. And this is the suprapubic view, and what you have here is a very distended bladder. I don't think this is free fluid, and the reason why I say this is that when you have a positive fast exam in a male, you should see a clear demarcation between the bladder and free fluid if it is indeed positive. And to me, this looks like a very distended bladder. This is prostate right here. And so to me, I don't see any clear sign of free fluid. Also, if you can tell from this view here and this view, it's the same orientation. So what would have helped is instead of doing this view in one orientation, so here I think you have the probe in long axis, I would do it in both long and short axis. This is an example of a positive fast in a female in the suprapubic view, and I'm choosing this to illustrate what I mean by that. So here is the bladder here. This is the uterus, but don't focus on that. And then you can tell that this is positive because you see a clear demarcation between the bladder and this is free fluid here. You need to see the bladder align and then illustration that there is also another anechoic structure to tell if it's free fluid or not. So to go back to your patient here, I see this black anechoic finding, but I don't know if this is bladder or if this is free fluid. And so if you saw this on its own, you can't make that decision. You need to be able to find the bladder, which I believe this is, keep it in the center, and then look around it to see if there's another anechoic structure nearby. So hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for saving.